how will he not also, along with him, graciously give us all things? That's the truth. He wants to give us more than we can imagine, more than what many of us are ready for, because we settle for far less. Who would like more this year? Like, really, to have more. The question that I want to close with is simply this: do you believe in him? And before you answer, I want you to think about that word believe. It's an action. Do you believe in him? Do you believe in him? In other words, do you believe that the local church is the hope of the world and that Jesus gave his life for the church? Like, do you believe that? Before you answer, I think it's important that you watch what you say. Because if we believe that, then there is nothing in this world that will keep me from doing everything I possibly can to be plugged in and connected to the local church. Like, if I really believe that the local church is the hope of the world, that Jesus gave his life for the church, then there's nothing that anyone can do to stop me from doing my very best to connect to the local church. How about this? Do you believe that everything belongs to him? Like, everything. Before you answer that, if we really believe, it changes everything. It changes everything, because I'm just going to tell you, I truly believe that everything belongs to him. And because I believe everything belongs to him, I believe that there is a requirement for me to give, because it's already his. Tithing is something that it's an automatic in my family. We're going to give, and we're not just going to tithe, but we're going to give more than, because it's his. It's not mine. So if I really believe that everything belongs to him, it's all his, it takes a lot of pressure off too, right? Because when you have those bad days and you walk outside and there's a flat tire, a lot of pressure's taken off when it's God's. I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's yours, Lord. Or when someone sideswipes your car or runs a cart into it in the parking lot, when it's yours, there's a lot of pressure, because now you got to get it fixed. And you got to come up with a way to fix it. But when we recognize it, it's his, it takes a lot of pressure off. Okay, God, I don't know why you allowed this to happen, but I'm trusting you. And you just tell me when you want it fixed, and you provide, and I'll make sure that it's there. Do you believe? Like, everything that we have is his. How about this? Do you truly believe that God can restore your marriage and make it new again? Like, today, you can hit reset, and your marriage can be new again. Before you answer that, we got to be careful, because we can't walk out of here and be critical of our spouse. We can't walk out of here and begin saying curses over our spouse. I mean, if you really believe that God is the one who can renew that marriage, then we got to start living a little differently. And one of the things is we've got to honor him in our marriage. He's got to be part of that marriage. He's got to be the one. We've got to recognize that he is what keeps us together. And I know some of you are saying, well, what if my spouse isn't ready? Doesn't mean you can't be. So how about you take the lead and you start and you surrender to God? Do you believe? That's the question. Do you believe? And if you do, if you really believe, will you live differently this year? I think when the world sees us living differently, people are going to be banging at our doors, wanting to meet this Jesus, wanting to know this Jesus, and wanting to follow this Jesus. But it starts with us. It starts with us. Would you